Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So the last update about Unfortunate Love was how Lakshmi find a way to expose Malishka and Mukesh by going to Mukesh to ask him to tell her the truth about everything that happened in the kitchen. So and Ayush stand up for Lakshmi when Karishma and Sonia were trying to say rubbish about Lakshmi. So let's continue from there. Rishi is fighting with the jail inmate. The prisoner tells Rishi that his brother is in the hospital after having the food in his hotel. He says, "You have said it in court that it was your mistake and you have backstabbed the people." Rishi says, "I said it to save my wife. It was not a mistake. I lied so that Lakshmi can get freed and I came here." Rishi says to the goon that I am saying the truth and I will not stop you even if you want to kill me, because I am also sad about your brother and about others who got unwell due to somebody else and not because of me and my wife. The guy says you are truthful and he praises him. The other guy says that the husband and wife love each other a lot, and Rishi tells the guy that he will get the criminal punished and he will not spare whoever is responsible for his brother's condition. Malishka fights with a lady on the road for a car accident. The lady threatens to file a police complaint. Malishka pays the lady for the damage. Balwinder comes there and pretends to be Malishka's husband and says he is cheating on Malishka, and Malishka came to know about it, and that is why Malishka was driving angrily and the accident happened, and Malishka is shocked. The lady returns Malishka's money and slaps Balwinder, scolding him for cheating on a beautiful wife like Malishka, and the lady leaves. Malishka gets angry on Balwinder for lying to be her husband. Balwinder says he loves Lakshmi and he just lied to save Malishka. He asks, "Did you drink and drive?" Malishka says no and says a big thing has happened, and says Lakshmi went to meet Chef Mukesh to find out the truth. Lakshmi comes to the office. Ayush tells Lakshmi about their losses. Lakshmi blames herself. Ayush asks her not to blame herself and says this is happening due to the person who is behind all this. Lakshmi says once we catch that person, everything will be sorted. She says, "Why has Mukesh not come till now?" Mukesh comes there and Lakshmi asks him to sit. Lakshmi says sorry to Mukesh and says you have to bear so much and you have to come to the court because of everything that happened. Mukesh asks Lakshmi that why did you call me? Lakshmi says Rishi is in jail. Ayush says sister-in-law went to jail before Rishi, and Lakshmi says to Mukesh that only you can make everything fine. Ayush asks Mukesh to tell them whatever happened in the kitchen that day. Mukesh recalls Abe's words and he lied to Lakshmi that I told everyone what I knew in court already. Lakshmi says you are working here and Rishi help you whenever you are in trouble. Now it is your turn to help us by telling us the truth. Ayush says to Mukesh that if sister-in-law would want, then she would have put all the blame on you. Lakshmi asks Mukesh to tell them about the real criminal and says you cannot betray Rishi, and she asks him to say the truth. Mukesh says I don't know anything and I don't want to get trapped in this case. Balwinder says to Malishka that if that chef meets Lakshmi, then he will be caught. Malishka asks that what was I telling you? Balwinder says I am not worried because I am going to marry soon. Malishka smiles at Balwinder's foolishness and Balwinder says I will get Lakshmi and she is with him for the next 7 parts. Malishka is about to start the car. Balwinder scolds her and sits in the car, asking her to drive. Malishka asks Balwinder to go out. Balwinder asks Malishka to call him partner. Malishka says she has good business. Balwinder says we will talk in a running car and says we both have evil minds. Malishka drives off without any choice and Shalu sees Malishka and Balwinder going in the car. Lakshmi tells Ayush that Mukesh is involved in the matter, or maybe he is hiding something. Ayush says maybe he doesn't want to be involved in this case like he said. Lakshmi says my heart says that Mukesh knows something. Ayush says let's go and catch him. Lakshmi says we don't need to scare him and we only need to make him trust us that we are with him and we support him. Bani asks Shalu if everything is fine at her sister's house. Shalu says everything is fine. She says Ayush is with Lakshmi. Bani says but Ayush is an idiot. Shalu praises Ayush and says she likes him. Bani says you have accepted Ayush finally. Shalu recalls seeing Malishka with Balwinder and she gets worried. Mukesh comes out of the hotel and sits on the bike. Someone comes there and takes away his bike keys. Mr. Basu tells Virendra that Rishi has done the same mistake as Lakshmi. He says if Rishi had patience, then I would have taken Lakshmi out. Virendra says now Rishi has become the accused. Mr. Basu says he has become the criminal in the law side. Karishma comes there and blames Lakshmi for everything. Mr. Basu says he will leave, and he leave. Virendra asks Karishma if she doesn't have mind and if she doesn't know what to talk in front of others. Karishma says she said the truth. Virendra says that Lakshmi has saved them from the terrorists. Karishma says Lakshmi take advantage of the moment and become great. She says Lakshmi is guilty. Virendra says neither Lakshmi nor Rishi is guilty and says both of them are my pride. Mukesh is about to leave on his bike, but Lakshmi comes in front of the bike and stops him. Mukesh gets down from his bike. Lakshmi promised that they will not let anything happen to him, and she asks him to think that the business will be closed and many people will lose their jobs. Ayush promised a hike in job and salary and also extra packs if Mukesh tells them the truth. Mukesh wanted to tell Lakshmi and Ayush the truth, but he recalls Malishka's words. Lakshmi says if something had happened which shouldn't have happened, then let us know, whatever had happened that day. Malishka tells Balwinder that she has bought the chef, but he might open his mouth still, and she gets worried. Ayush asks Mukesh to help them. He thinks that I am sure that Mukesh will tell us the truth. Mukesh says I don't have anything to say. He sits on the bike and speed off. Ayush shouted Mukesh. Lakshmi says I am sure that there is something big, and I feel that someone is here and watching us. Ayush says, are you sure? He says we should check and see if anyone is there, and Abe is there hiding. Balwinder asks Malishka to call her father once and says he has some work. Abe hides from Ayush and Lakshmi's side. Lakshmi and Ayush are coming there. Abe is still hiding. He sees Lakshmi about to see him and he hides. He gets Malishka's call and he rejects it, but Lakshmi hears the phone ringing. Balwinder says to Malishka that the chef must have been caught and your father might be caught too. Malishka says my father is very smart. Ayush asks Lakshmi if she saw someone. Lakshmi says no. Malishka says my father is not picking the call. Abe thinks that Lakshmi felt that there is someone here and says thank God the chef did not tell Lakshmi anything. Abe recalls threatening to kill Mukesh's family if Mukesh says the truth and the flashback ends. Abe thinks that the chef has gone from here, even I should leave. Lakshmi says she heard a phone ringing. Ayush says you are very stressed, maybe that is why. Lakshmi says still, she feels that someone is here and Ayush asks Lakshmi not to take stress and not to panic. Gudu brings the car there and Abe sits in the car and bend down so that nobody can see him. Lakshmi sees Gudu driving the car. Gudu calls Balwinder and tells him that the work is done. Malishka takes the call and asks Gudu to make him talk to her dad. Abe tells Malishka that the chef is very worried, but he will not open his mouth and says there will be no problem anymore, and Malishka says I hope so. Ayush tells Lakshmi that Mukesh doesn't want to say anything. Lakshmi says that she saw Gudu driving the car and says Gudu was Balwinder's friend who had kidnapped them. Balwinder and Malishka are sitting in the restaurant. Balwinder says that he would go to the washroom and come back and he leaves. Malishka thinks that why did her dad not come till now? Abe comes there. Malishka asks if he is fine. Abe asks, didn't you get anyone to take me away from there other than Gudu? He says he doesn't like Balwinder and his friend and says that bloody cheapo. Malishka is about to talk, but Balwinder comes there and keeps his hand on Abe's shoulder. Lakshmi says to Ayush that if Gudu was here, then what might he be doing here? Ayush says maybe it is a coincidence, and if not, then what was he doing here? Lakshmi tells Ayush that I did not tell you one thing, and says Balwinder was in the courtroom that day, and he held my hand and told me that he knows that I am innocent. She says she was worried about Rishi, and she did not listen to him properly. Abe asks Balwinder to remove his suit as he touched him. Abe says he doesn't want to see his face. Balwinder calls Abe daddy and asks him to get habitual to seeing his face because Mukesh got afraid because of him. Abe tells Malishka that Lakshmi will try fully to get Rishi out. Balwinder asks Abe not to take tension and says I will win. Lakshmi cannot do anything. Abe asks Balwinder not to lecture him or his daughter and he grabs his collar. Balwinder argues. Abe says he is our servant and now he misbehaves with us. Balwinder says I am Malishka's partner and he threatens to expose her. Ranu thinks that she has to take thousands of rupees from Balwinder. Shalu thinks to inform Lakshmi about Balwinder and she collides with Ranu. Rano scolded her and she thinks of how to talk to Balwinder now, and she thinks to talk to him later. Balwinder says to Malishka that I will tell the police that everything is done by Malishka and not Rishi. Malishka says I will kill you. Balwinder says I am not blackmailing you, but your dad. Abe threatens not to spare Balwinder. Malishka asks them to stop fighting and says if we fight, then our enemy will benefit. She tells Abe that she needs Balwinder right now, and Balwinder asks Abe to go. Abe asks Malishka to think that Balwinder is danger for her life, just like Lakshmi is a danger to her love, and Abe leaves. Balwinder asks that what happened. Malishka says my dad is always right. If you betray me, then I will not spare you. Balwinder says but you are betraying the Obrois. Malishka says there is a difference. I am doing this to get Rishi, and Balwinder says I am also doing this for Lakshmi. Malishka asks Balwinder to behave well with her dad. Balwinder asks if Abe is my father-in-law. He asks Malishka to make her father understand, and he asks her to pay the restaurant bill, and he leaves. Ayush tells Lakshmi that Balwinder is like Malishka's category. He says we cannot trust him. Lakshmi recalls what Balwinder told her, and she thought of something. Lakshmi gets Shalu's call. Ayush says, why did Shalu not call me? Lakshmi picks the call and asks Shalu to talk fast. Shalu says, I have seen Malishka and Balwinder together in the car, and Lakshmi is shocked. Neelam comes to Grandma and says she had come to her earlier, but she was sleeping. Grandma says she is watching Shani, and she shows the video of Lakshmi saving Rishi to Neelam. Virendra says that Lakshmi is a Punjabi savior. Grandma says you are like me and you identified a savior. Karishma says even now Rishi is in danger. Neelam says Lakshmi has saved Rishi so that nobody will doubt her that she is inauspicious, and says that is Lakshmi's planning. Virendra asks Neelam that do you want to say that Lakshmi has poisoned the food and then she jailed herself. Then she convinced Rishi to take the blame on himself. Neelam says yes, Lakshmi has done all this intentionally. Virendra reminds Neelam that the terrorists were about to shoot Rishi, but Lakshmi safeguarded him. Neelam says she doesn't want to argue, and everyone will come to know about Lakshmi's reality soon, and then everyone will believe her that Lakshmi is inauspicious. Okay guys, thank you guys for watching. Please don't mind my crook voice in this video. I have cold, so that is why, but it is just a small cold. I will be fine. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you all again in my next video. Bye guys.